Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
And we serve as the voice to the global Black community.
Again, we got Dr. Candace Matthews.
A lot of these documents, looking at.
We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media.
This country is supposed to be about the land of the free for all. It has not been free for Black people, and we are tired.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
Dumelang Sheni Ralocha Sanbonani Molweni. My name is Naledi Mfoloe, and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to the latest edition of the African Diaspora News channel, where we unravel the stories that shape our world and our communities. The Kenyan government under President William Ruto has approved the implementation of digital IDs in the form of microchips for babies and citizens. I know. Now, this initiative, supported by Bill Gates and his foundation, actually aims to enhance monitoring and surveillance. Let's have a look.
The program targets the birth of new babies. So once you have your baby, before your baby leaves the hospital, you no longer get a paper birth certificate, but then you get a digital one that is somehow implanted somewhere on somebody's body. Think about that, but have a listen to this.
The digital ID, which has been a big problem to us for a very long time, is now on a testing mode for the next 2 months. I have been assured by all the stakeholders, led by the ministries concerned, that by December, we will be able to launch digital ID, where every Kenyan don't have to carry any paper, plastic or otherwise, as an ID, that they should be able to be identified digitally using their iris or their fingerprints, and we can transact without the necessity of people struggling to identify who they are. And the proudest part of it is that we don't have to spend the billions that we have spent on all the other manenos, as all of you know.
We're taking things that are, genetically modified organisms, and we're injecting them in little kids' arms. We just shoot them right into the vein.
Now, according to the reports, right, so the new system involves embedding microchips into digital IDs for Kenyan citizens, starting with the newborn babies. Now, the primary goal apparently is to improve national identification processes, streamline access to services, and ensure better record keeping. However, many Kenyans and international observers have actually expressed concerns over the privacy and surveillance implications. Many people argue that embedding microchips into children and adults actually raises serious questions about data security and personal freedoms. The idea of constant monitoring and surveillance is actually an infringement on civil freedom and an overreach of governmental power. The incident has prompted a flood of responses on social media. One user remarked, "Bill Gates wants to digitalize Africa because as of right now, it's hard to control Africa and Africans. He basically wants to chip African babies and track them." Another user expressed, "If this is true, it means another African president is about to let them experiment on the people for money." Now, this new initiative, while ambitious, is deeply troubling for several reasons. The concept of embedding microchips in individuals, particularly in babies, brings up significant ethical and privacy concerns. The promise of improved efficiency and service provision should not in any way come at the expense of fundamental human rights. Now, I believe that the technology behind digital IDs is not carefully managed, if we're being honest. And it could easily, if anything, become a tool for extensive surveillance rather than merely a method for identification. The potential for misuse and the impact on personal freedoms cannot be ignored. It's essential for transparency and strict regulations to be in place to safeguard against any abuse of this technology. And I must say that the rapid pace of implementation and testing without sufficient public debate and consideration actually raises concerns about whether the technology has been thoroughly vetted for security and ethical implications even. It is crucial for the Kenyan government to ensure that actual safeguards are in place to protect Kenyan citizens' privacy and prevent potential misuse of their data. Now, that's just my opinion, but we also want to hear from you. Let's engage in the comments section. We want to hear from you. What are your thoughts in regards to this new invention by Bill Gates? And while you're at it, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. That's it from me. Till we meet again.